Well, Premier League is back, and so is Hotspur ahead of the brand new season. We are all revamped here at Hotspur, and we've got everything for you this season. Whether you're a fan of Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham, Man United, Man City, West Ham, Aston Villa, Newcastle, we have got you covered whatever your flavor is in Premier League teams. We're gonna have match reviews, instant reactions, analysis, predictions, and every once in so often, and hopefully more often than not, some awesome guests for you this season. We have got you covered for the Premier League right here on Hotspur. Oh, what are you guys watching? Oh, right, oh my God, the Premier League show's on. I'm running late. Don't worry, guys. I'll be with you in a second. Let's get this thing started. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Hotspur. And this is our first episode of the Premier League show. I've just had my dinner, so I'm all ready to go. And I just felt this year, look, we've done all of the match reviews on Instagram, TikTok, here on YouTube, guys, right? So I've given you all that play-by-play stuff. So I feel like we're different. Let's sit back, let's relax, let's talk about how the football unfolded. Let's talk a bit more about the games in just from like a completely different aspect, you know, like a bit more banter. I feel like this is what that show needs. By the way, make sure you follow us on Instagram, on TikTok, if you want to really get those match reviews, because, you know, I try to, you know, give it to you in my element as much as I can. So I can give you you guys already know, you go into this game kind of with the understanding idea of where I'm at, right? So anyway, before we're going to get to all the games, we're just going to chat quickly. But before we get into that, please make sure you're liking. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel. This is our first Premier League show. I mean, guys, seriously, have you guys missed it or what? Like, the Euros was all right. I mean, I was pumped because England all made it all the way to the finals. But nothing is like the Premier League. Like, it's like I've been watching football in slow motion, you know, the Euros, right? And then Premier League is like, and oh man, it's so much better. It's like watching the Euros and fast forward. It's literally the pace, the physicality. Nothing is like the Premier League, and nothing is quite like watching Tottenham Hotspur drop points. Basically, I know Chelsea lost, and I've mentioned that, but they played a team that were in the championship last year with Steve Cooper as the manager. Oh, good stuff. So I guess we will begin with Tottenham against Leicester. I mean, I was going to go big, I think, with Chelsea against City. But look, Tottenham and Leicester, man, it put me in a really good mood. So I just want to kind of talk about, you know, positive vibage. I just want to shout out to all the Tottenham fans. I want to shout out to look, honestly, I watch everything. I watch tons of YouTube content with other football YouTubers. Very entertaining stuff. And some of the takes are mad, man. I saw this one guy said, Tottenham have a better bench than Arsenal. I'm like, okay. Or, you know, Tottenham is, oh my God, I can't even deal with these Tottenham, man. They're so damn deluded. By the way, all the noises you might hear on my video sometimes, it's this guy. This is Bango. Say hello, everybody, Bango. Hi. This is my dog. Good boy, huh? Yeah, you're a good boy. So sometimes I'm recording and he's like walking around, or he's eating or he's doing something, or sometimes barked and I've had to like stop the video. But this is my little buddy. Say hi. Say hi, everyone. Hi. Good boy. All right. You gonna stay here? You gonna stay here while we talk? You gonna stay here while we talk about football? Hey, Bengo, what do you think of Tottenham? You're supposed to say shit. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, just it's absolutely mad. Some of these guys, like, well, I mean, no disrespect to Tottenham, but some of the lads who were bringing off the bench today, man, like, they wouldn't even make our squad. Please, coming at me with trash like Arsenal with a weak bench. And you know what they do? They're like, oh, who's their backup? Reece Nelson and Eddie Nketiah and Fabio Vieira. Like, you're naming the players that Arsenal never bring off the bench. I mean, Eddie, yeah, for a while there, yeah, but, like, you talk about, like, Mikel Merino, but, like, I mentioned on my preview for the season that Mikel Merino is maybe an Arsenal player, and I said, like, not confirmed yet. I think we're about a few hours away from the here we go. That's my feelings on the matter. My gut. I've been told 24 to 48 hours. That was 24 hours ago. So now we're in the second 24 hours. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting wound in all this. But yeah, he joins Arsenal, right? Potentially he's on the bench, or Thomas Partey's on the bench. Then you have Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus, who was a starter for us 2 years ago. Like, literally, when we were top of the league going into the World Cup, and then he got injured during the World Cup. And everyone was like, oh, no, we really need to buy a striker. No Gabriel Jesus. Nowadays, he's on our bench. Leandro Trossard, probably the best finisher at our club, is on our bench. Jorginho, European champion, both at club and country level, on our bench. At the moment, our only signing we brought in so far this summer, Ricardo Calafiori, on our bench. Julian Timber came off the bench. Like, man, our backup goalkeeper, who, by the way, turns out he might end up going to Wolves. Or somewhere else. There are a few different options for him. He's also on our bench. He was like the keeper of the year before last, right? Like, some people. I don't know who's on Tottenham's bench. Honestly, I mean, I do. That's why you have come to me for this show. Yeah, no, but it's levels. And if we buy a striker, Kai Havertz could also be on our bench, or Martinelli could also be on our bench. Like, yeah, you can't even compare, man. Like, there's only one team in the country that can compare to Arsenal, and that is the team that's now won 4 titles in a row. But I digress. We haven't gotten to Arsenal yet, and I've just fully went on a tangent there. But, look, man, Spurs. Jamie Vardy. Can I tell you, that guy, Jamie Vardy? He literally was like this Premier League logo. And then he pointed at Tottenham, and he's like, you. Oh, that was cold. I absolutely love that. Look, maybe later on in the year, Jamie Vardy ends up doing something similar to us. That could very well be the case, but honestly, I know I've heard rumors that he's some sort of a racist, but dude, I miss Jamie Vardy. I can't believe we went through last year without Jamie Vardy. Like, and the dude, shout out to him. He's been in the same club for so many years, bro. He's won the Premier League with Leicester, gone down, and come back up. He's taken them up twice now in his career. And he's won the Prem. dude has got like some serious swag. I tell you, there's something about there's like a Dusty Martin. You know, if you're Australian, Aussie here, there's like a Dusty Martin vibe around Jamie Vardy. But yeah, man, the dude's entertaining as hell. But yeah, look, Spurs. I put them in the top four, and look, it's one that I'm happy to be wrong. And look, I think they drew with Brentford last year, to be real, and they did end up top of the league after 10 games, which was the most insane thing ever. I just don't have that feeling. I feel like this season is different. I feel like everyone's on it from the start, except for Spurs and Chelsea. And Chelsea, to be honest, we'll move on to that now. So I got to get this video moving. Chelsea weren't that bad, man. Chelsea weren't that. They lost. They lost 2-0. And by the way, on Chelsea, before we go any further, João Felix to Chelsea is now a here we go from Fabrizio Romano. In other words, on Sky Sports, if you want to use other language, saying that they have finalized the move for João Felix. So he's coming. Conor Gallagher has gone the other way. And look, there's a lot of talk this morning in reaction to it. Where's he going to play? And I think that's the big question here. Like, I didn't really break down sort of the game, how it went. First of all, shout out to Manchester City. And obviously, I give him a lot of shade, mainly just because it's the team that is challenging us, and I just have this hope, like clinging on to all kind of hope. And I gotta be honest, man. Watching them play Chelsea, no Rodri, Foden on the bench. Who else? Rico Lewis is starting. Who else? Savinho is starting. De Bruyne. Okay, they had De Bruyne. Had Haaland. Had Bernardo. They were Jack Grealish. Like, this is a shadow Manchester City team, and they took Chelsea to the cleaners. I mean, essentially, like, but what I mean by that is, like, Chelsea were in the game, I think, mainly because, actually, look, to be honest, I think technically Enzo Maresca isn't that bad. And I think he understood Pep, and I think he learned, like, there's been a lot of criticism about playing Enzo in the 10, and by the way, Enzo is a horrible football player. I just gotta be honest, man. Oh my God. He's so painful to watch. He's actually so painful to watch. But I think that he put Enzo in the 10 because he wanted to have more defensive solidity in the midfield. So you put a box-to-box midfielder in your 10. I think it's that, because I've seen Arteta do strange things when we play City, like, or be reserved and not be as attacking. They have all these attacking flair players. My question for João Felix is this. So apparently they want Osimhen, right? Which, to be honest, my opinion, I don't think he's going to go to Chelsea. I just don't think so. I think if he was, look, yeah, if he was going to go, I think it could have happened already. Like, they've been wanting him for ages, and they got Lukaku on the other end. And it's about bringing that fee down. But the problem here is that Chelsea are trying, I want a loan with an obligation or somewhere of that, that sort of deal. And Osimhen just does not want to be in this situation. He just wants to go, man. He doesn't want to accept a loan. He doesn't want to accept lower wages. And here's the thing, man. When you're paying 45 players, like, it's hard to pay one guy a lot of money, significantly more than everyone else. It's the truth. And look, I can tell you, it doesn't really matter who Chelsea buy. They are still going to be crap. Like, huh? Are they still going to be, like, in 10th or something? Like 9th or 10th. That's what I did in my predictions. And look, we're going to see, because obviously they played Man City. But again, a shadow of Man City. Like, that is like Man City's B team. This is like, we're not ready for the season. We're going to throw out whoever we can out there onto the pitch, and they're still so damn good. I mean, that's what scares me. So when I'm thinking, looking at that lineup, Man City, like, oh man, Chelsea could get something here. I was like, just a draw. I was like, just a draw. That's all I've been asking for Man City for literally, swear to God, like 7 months. Just a draw. Please, someone, give me a draw. You know, my only was a draw for the Premier League season. Come into this one, I'm like, and I'm fooled again. I'm like, oh, Chelsea, oh, look at this. A draw. What do you think? Good boy. Who's going to win the league, Bengo? Good boy. Yeah, but dude, and by the way, I never mentioned it on this one, but Cole Palmer, like, look, dude, that's one thing I've also gotten, and I feel like I just keep going off on a tangent, but I'm just, I'm a bit tired. It's Tuesday night, and I need to get this out, and I just kind of wanted to chillax a little bit, talk ball with you guys. What was I going to say? Yeah, Palmer. I've grown an appreciation, I think, for all English players. My new thing is that even if they're at their club, I still love them. Like, honestly, we went on a journey together in June and July. And, I've grown an affinity for some of these guys. Like, I'm honestly still calling them by their first name. Like, it's hard, man. You go for these players that are in a whole tournament. These players hold your dreams in their hands, right? And then all of a sudden they're playing for rivals, right? But, so, what I'm going to say is that Cole Palmer, everyone was telling me, Cole Palmer is better than Saka. So many, oh my God, how many times you go, this guy better than Saka? I made a rant about this so that, went all over the internet. Dude, finally, hopefully he's playing against his former club. Finally, he comes in. The excuse here is, he hasn't had a proper preseason. Saka had a proper preseason. Boom, amazing assist. Boom, amazing goal. Literally, no excuses. This guy gets locked up, bro. Absolutely locked up. I knew the minute that he had to play being double marked in a game that he would struggle. Saka gets double marked in every single game, probably for the last 2 or 3 seasons. And then so his numbers go down because people are paying attention to him and the game planning for him. And this Cole Palmer comes out of nowhere and he I swear to God, like he destroys it, man. And everyone's like, oh my God, Cole Palmer. He should start ahead of Saka for England. Oh, Cole Palmer. Man. Absolutely anonymous. But when is Chelsea going to learn that it's not about collecting talent? It's about Chelsea fans actually drive me nuts, right? They're so arrogant on Twitter and on YouTube, or my friends that I know are Chelsea fans. So fucking arrogant. Oh yeah, we'll get this player. You go for a player in the market. It's like, Chelsea won him too. Why would you go? You can come to Chelsea. And I'm like, what planet are you living on, man? Like, they might be able to sign whoever they want in the window, all right? They could get, They could get Usman. They're still not finishing in the top 4. Because it's so disorganized, there isn't a culture there. You need culture, you need buy-in, you need unity. You need players who love each other. And I just don't think Chelsea have that. There's too many people for it to be possible. Every day, it's like, you come into work, you're like, hey, the new guy. Every day, they're showing the new guy around at Chelsea, right? Man, eventually you got so many damn new guys that the old guys, like, where are they? Raheem Sterling apparently isn't good enough. He's going. But in the meantime, look, in the truth here, before I wrap up this one. man, it's going to be really hard. I'm going to be watching every single game, just kind of like from the start almost. Being like, come on. I'm really going to, sometimes, also go on a bad run, in January, or not January, in December last year, yeah? And you're like, oh man, this is beyond us. And then we go on this amazing run, and we get ourselves like right in it. And still, you when you lose control of the grip for even a second, it could be too late. That's just the standards the Man City is, and they still have levels to go up. And that's the thing about this Chelsea game. Like, Chelsea fans say, oh, we're only like one piece away. Oh, it could have been easily a draw, blah, blah, blah. Man, if, for instance, Nicholas Jackson puts in the goal that was ruled out, 1-1, I swear, City go out and pump them 3-1, 3 or 4-1, because they would have come out, they would have gone to the next level. Right now, Pep Guardiola is like he does every year. He's like, at the beginning, you know what? Guys just went on the Euros, guys are on a holiday, come back, take it easy, you can chill, I'm going to play my second, guys. And that's scary, man. Like, that, it is. I've been sitting here overanalyzing Arsenal, City, blah, blah, blah. And then when it shows up on your TV, and you're like, man, this is not even anywhere near the best City team. They've got players to come back. Apparently Gundogan's coming back. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And meanwhile, we might as well, get it off my chest. We might as well get to the Arsenal part of the video. By the way, make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're subscribing. All right, this is like much different version of the Premier League show you're ever gonna see, right? Like, eventually here we're gonna have some guests. We're gonna have somebody to talk to. That's the dream. My dream actually is, to be honest, once we get monetized, which, by the way, we are like 12.2% in like our download for monetization in terms of subscribers. So, guys, honestly, if you're watching the video, make sure you subscribe, because honestly, all I want to do is live stream with you guys. Get on a live stream. Get lots of followers, subscribers who are commenting, banter, talk shit. Man, that's what I want. It's literally what I want. And this Premier League show is going to be that. But right now, it's just me talking into a camera. I don't know how many of y'all are going to watch this video. Hopefully more than I expect. And, we're just going to build this thing. We're just going to build this thing from the ground up. And it's going to feel great when, the minute I get monetized, when I got 1,000 subs, man. At the moment, there's some people with like 50K subs, 50 million subs. 50 million subs. Nuts. And, yeah. Just a dream. It would be a dream to get there. But we're going to get there, man. And once we do, I go to bed, I put my head on the pillow at night, and I think about like all the different people running all my different shows. It's going to be marvelous. But anyway, speaking of dreams, the Premier League title is a dream of mine. And that is one that I feel like we could accomplish this year. Like, look, one thing is you can't get overwhelmed by Manchester City. And you have to kind of remember what we do. Like, sometimes you look at your opponents when you're in these races and you're like, oof. I wonder what people feel about Arsenal at the moment. Real thing. Like, I wonder what people think about Arsenal at the moment. Because, look, we look so damn smooth. We look so much more direct when we get the ball. Like, you got players who are spinning out of tackles, Havertz, like, dribbling around. Like, there was something about Arsenal that was just different. Like, it's like Arsenal is ready to go hit next level mode now. Like, the next level. Like, some of the runs the players were making, the passes, everything was just perfect. Bukayo Saka, literally, as I said, played, just a few minutes here and there of the last 2 preseason games. Comes in to this game. That cross, oh my God, that cross. Anyone could have scored that cross. Like, one thing that I look for as an Arsenal fan, especially in the last few months, is be able to see Kai Havertz and see what he can do, like, as a striker. Like, and I feel like I want to sit there and be like, oh, Kai Havertz scored today. And then you're like, when he gets an assist like that, you can't, I'm not complaining because goal is a goal. But when he gets an assist like that, I mean, if Havertz had that in, Thomas Partey's heading that bad boy in. Gabriel's heading that bad boy in. Like, anyone is literally heading in that. I told my dad, I said this in my reel, right? I was literally sitting here on the couch when the goal goes on. I'm like, that ball is so perfect that you could score that. Like, you could literally just put on a shirt, throw it in. You literally just come off your head and go into the net. Literally. I know people say, oh, football is so hard, man. Like, it's a lot harder than it looks. And I believe that. But, man, that ball is just I don't know. I want to see some science. Because I'm pretty sure that cross on Bukayo Saka, I kid you not, is the most perfect cross I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm not even gassing you. Like, it was so damn good. Oh, you know what? Madison did kind of did a really good cross on this one as well, where it went into this area, and Porro just kind of like flicks it in. You're like, ooh, yeah, that's good too. And I was enjoying it for a second. I'm like, oh damn, it's Spurs. But sometimes I just love good ball, man. And then that goal by Saka, man, it literally he hit that so perfectly well that when it went in the net, I was like, did that go in? Like, it bounced off of the back of the net and went in. Like, came out. I was like, damn, Bukayo. Dude, I love Bukayo Saka. He, like, honestly, it's like, I feel like every Arsenal fan feel this way. It's like being a proud dad. Like, we've watched Bukayo Saka play for Arsenal since he was a little boy, man. Like, I watch on Arsenal Player. We have this thing called Arsenal Player. I think what's it called now? Arsenal Media or something? Man, I used to be obsessed. I watched the women's team. I watched the under 21s. I watched everything, man. Like, not as much. Look, I'll admit, I'm not like that now. But back in the day, and do this Bukayo Saka. Like, look, we had, in that team, you had Bukayo, they had Emil, you had Reese. Who else was coming up in that team? Willock, who's now at Newcastle. Yeah, man, we had some really good players coming up. Daniel Malin, who's looking good now, and he played for the Dutch at the World Cup. Scored at the Euros. Sorry, scored a few goals at the Euros. Man, he used to be in our youth team. Yeah, but yeah, he's just so proud of watching him since he's a kid. Came on, we're 87, 77, 7. And now he's one of the best players in the world for me. People want to keep riding him. And look, it's not down to I feel like it's down to the fact that we just need to win a damn trophy, man. Like, win the league. If we can win the league, all of a sudden Arteta gets the credit. Like, the argument, oh my God, Arteta against Emery. We'll have to get into that because Villa play Arsenal next week. But the AFT argument between Robbie and what's the name of the guy again? What's the name of the guy? I don't know. Crazy takes this guy makes. Oh, Emery. I'd rather have Emery at Arsenal than Arteta, he says. And that is like, man, dude, I remember those same fans when Emery was going. It was going nuts. We were losing it, man. We had, get out of our club. No one respects you. Like, good evening, get out. Like, dude, we sacked him and put Freddie Ljungberg in charge for a few weeks. Like, we rather had, honestly, he was so bad at Arsenal as manager, we rather had Freddie Ljungberg, I swear. Like, we would rather have had Freddie Ljungberg as manager. Like, yeah, crazy. But Yeah, no, man, just the disrespect. Like seriously, Arteta, man. I know he doesn't have any trophies, but the style of ball, like honestly, we're so spoiled every single week. Um, the way he's always kind of pushing this team, he's got like this vision of the team, and all us fans have these different visions. Oh, we need this, we need this, we need that, and Arteta's kind of like always getting it right. Like he's got it wrong in the transfer window a few times. Like Fabio Vieira, absolute. Pablo Marie, wasn't that one of Arteta's first signings? Sorry. What time is it? All right. Yeah, wasn't Pablo Marie one of Arteta's first signings? That wasn't that good. Pepe was Emery. Who else is really good? Oh yeah, Sambi Lakonga, Nuno Tavares. Those are all Arteta ones. Yeah, but like, look, dude knows how to pick talent, and dude also knows how to pivot. Like when we didn't get Mudryk, what did he pivoted? We got Trossard, and Trossard is 10 times the player Mikhail Mudryk is. Like we were looking at Mudryk, like, oh, he's gonna play, on the opposite from Saka or whatever. Dude, I wouldn't. I still don't want to touch that guy. People have linked him to Arsenal, and I'm like, dude, don't know what's going on here. But yeah, Arsenal looking dangerous. I think we're gonna win the league, bro. Look, we still Mikel Moreno. I'm using my phone to record, so I'm not gonna check. But Mikel Moreno, I'm expecting a here we go. I am. Eddie Nketiah could be going. That's another update. Aaron Ramsdale, as I mentioned, could be going. Looks like Juan Garcia. I actually once I get names, I'm really good with names. Pretty sure it's Juan Garcia, but usually Juan is like Juan. This is Joan, like Joan Garcia. Johan Garcia. That makes more sense. Johan Garcia. Yeah, Johan Garcia. Yeah, I've looked some highlights of him. Honestly, I have to do a lot more research on Johan Garcia. We've been linked to him for a few months. I didn't think much of it because, for me, I felt like Arsenal had honestly, I think the problem with the Ramsdale sale thing is that a year ago, we gave him a new deal. Also, he was Premier League keeper of the season. Like, honestly, I loved Aaron Ramsdale. It took me a while for me to get used to the idea of Raya coming in. It looked so weird for me for a bit. But Raya, man, he had a good game. Great save. Great save at the end of the first half. I was very impressed with Raya. He's going more confident as an Arsenal keeper, and I love it. But yeah, we got Villa next week. Man, Villa look good. We got to talk about Villa. Again, in my preview, I said Villa's dropping off, and by the way, I should clarify, when I say Villa's dropping off, does not necessarily mean that they're going to have a bad season. I think they could do good in the cups. I think you know what, Unai Emery is good in Europe. Like, honestly, no joke, they could do good in the Champions League. Can you imagine Aston Villa if they win the Champions League? I mean, no, real talk. I don't think they're going to win the Champions League, but you know what? They could make it to the knockout. You never know. That team has got significant amount of fight and energy, man, and they got depth. Like, take off Ollie Watkins, right? And you bring on Johan Duran. Is it Johan Duran? I'm tired. You bring on Duran, and dude wins them the game. Look, West Ham, on the other hand, as I said in my video, I was shocked by the lineup. All these awesome new signings, and I was thinking, like, looking at this, like, footballers paradise type of look of team. Like, when I'm about footballers paradise, I mean more like hipsters, football hipsters 11. I was looking forward to the football. This is like West Ham this year is like the football hipsters team. Man. They brought those type of players in. I'm expecting Aaron Wan-Bissaka to play a big role in them. He didn't even really play. Nicholas Füllkrug. Look, I don't know, dude. Look, I love myself some Michael Antonio, but man, dude is massively overrated. Nicholas Füllkrug is got to be starting for West Ham ahead of Michael Antonio. This got to be the fact that he's just trying to, Lopetegui's trying to embed these players. You know, I think it's smart. I think that's good. Good managers do that. Like Calafiori didn't play for Arsenal at all. I was making this big deal about Calafiori in my preview. Didn't even play. But look, yeah, Villa beat West Ham. I said West Ham is the team to beat, the prize team of the year. Taking the spot of Aston Villa. Well, that looks silly at the beginning, but it's the first week. It's the first week, guys. It's the first week. I'm telling you, West Ham, they're going to put it together. They're going to have to just start kind of playing these ballers in their team and just kind of figuring it out in game action on the fly. Because you can only take a certain amount of time trying to bed players in when you're a team like West Ham. When you're a team like Arsenal or City, yeah, we can take ages to embed signings because we've really got a formula that wins. It's not as big of a deal. But when you're West Ham, man, you want to get off to a good start. Now they've got off and they've lost their first game at home. Like, I guess they're just seeing Villa and been like. By the way, it's not getting any easier for them. They have Crystal Palace next week at Selhurst Park. That's like a derby, a derby game. And by the way, Crystal Palace, how unlucky. By the way, Bere Eze, that free kick, dude, that referee's a mug. Speaking of referees being mugs, Newcastle. Oh! We'll go back to Arsenal's topic for a second. Yes, thank you. Okay. What the hell is going on with that Mosquera? Dude literally choked out Kai Havertz like it was WWE wrestling. Like he had him on the damn ground, hand in a chokehold. And referee goes like, nah, nothing. Like honestly, if I'm an Arsenal player, I'm grabbing hold of the next fucking player. Sorry. If I want to get monetized on YouTube, I can't be using those words. But I'd be choking holding the next 10 player, I would. That's what I would be doing. And yeah, what does he do? The next thing he goes and he grabs Gabriel Jesus by like the backside, bro. Like, yeah, dude is weird. That's a weird dude. That is a weird dude. I gotta say, that's definitely a weird dude. Let me look, by the way. We're gonna get laptop out. We're just chilling. Maybe we're too chill, guys. Let me know. I'm always trying to experiment with this show. This weekend, I just felt like I'm so tired. It's a Tuesday evening. Been working all day, but I had to get the content out to you. I promised you a Premier League show. But let's take a look. Any new news? Maybe we can drop some news right here on the show. Now, for me, I always go with Fabrizio Romano. Like for me, he's my guy. And David Ornstein. David Ornstein dropped a few Warren bombs over the night. Nothing as of note at the moment. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, look, I don't know what he did. Like this, no one's talking about this, by the way. Mascara literally, he literally looks like he tries to put his finger up Gabriel Jesus' butt. And I hear people saying, well, if you think that's weird, you've clearly never played football. We're touching each other everywhere. I'm like, I still think it's weird. Like, guys going there to take a free kick and you're just going to put your hand up his butt. Like, literally. That is some predatorial stuff. That is some predatorial stuff up right there. And again, the Southampton one, like, that Brereton Diaz, it seems like, I don't know. I actually don't like he's having fun shoving everyone all over the joint, getting away with it, getting people shoving someone and getting the other guy booked. Like, man, and then Southampton are promoting that stuff. Oh, I'll see you in the next game. Like, and then video of Brereton Diaz, like, man. Fabian Schär needs to get that stuff appealed. I said that he needed to get that stuff appealed. And yeah, that's it. Well, who else? Who else have we not spoken about this weekend? Oh, Liverpool. And Manchester United as well. So we're going all the way back to the start of the round. Let's talk about Man U for a sec, huh? Look, again, I think people are looking to give him stick. I'm not going to lie. I think Ineos is getting Man United together. I think they found a gem in Joshua Zirkzee. All of a sudden, people have his jersey up in ads at Manchester United. Like, that's how Man United work. Marcus Rashford was a nobody in the academy, comes on one day, scores a winning goal, and then keeps scoring, and now, and then he became a hero. The main man at Man United. Wouldn't that be crazy? Rasmus Højlund was poised to become their man, to become their main man, and he gets injured, and the opportunity comes for Zirkzee. By the way, that's the crazy part about Zirkzee. I don't get it. You don't trust him enough that you have a striker that you've bought, your first signing of the summer, sitting on the bench, and instead of just playing him, you're gonna go with Bruno Fernandes. But when you do that, you put your attacking midfielder at the top, which means who's gonna create for him? He's essentially a false nine who's just gonna drop deep and bring your wingers in. I get that, but it's like, you put your number 10 at number 9. Who plays number 2's right behind him? Like, you know what I mean? Man United were not scoring in that game, was it not for Joshua Zirkzee. Like, honestly, they were not. And I think it's something they got to look at. I think he's got to start. I think they got to feature him. I think you got to let him run on after that momentum, man. But look, they're able to bring on Matthias de Ligt off the bench. By the way, Maguire getting injured was literally, just like it was for England, a blessing in disguise. Not even in disguise for Man United, because now they get to go and play Matthias de Ligt, with Yusuf Mazraoui. Like, both those guys are going. And by the way, Manuel Ugarte could be on his way now to Man United. I know it's been talked about all summer, that they said they were no longer interested. That looks like it's back on big time. Manuel Ugarte at Man United is a bit scary to me, honestly. So they're going to have a midfield of Ugarte and Mainu. By the way, love Mainu. Arsenal fan, love Mainu. I love Kobe Mainu. Oh, oof! I've enjoyed watching him, and even not just for England. Like, the back half of the year with Man United, when he started really coming on, I actually was really excited. Like, honestly, he is so on his own, man. He's the show. He's the guy. Like, but yeah, Ugarte, Mainu, and Bruno Fernandes. That's a midfield, man. And I don't want to hear about how great Chelsea midfield. Chelsea midfield is crap. I remember people going like, oh, man, I take Man United's midfield over Chelsea's midfield all damn day. I would take it over them all day. Like, best midfields. And I'm going to include All right. See, this is some good stuff here. Obviously, Man City won. You know, you've got Rodri, De Bruyne, Foden, best at full health, and maybe Gundogan. So it would be like Rodri, Gundogan, De Bruyne has been the one obviously but you got Foden in there, so it'd be interesting how he uses De Bruyne. I mean, Gundogan, if he comes back, seems like a surely honestly, if Man City want him back and he wants to come back, that deal's gonna be a deal that gets done. Which is annoying for me, honestly. Sorry for the yawning. Gundogan was gone. The fact that he's coming back, there was a link with him with Arsenal for a little bit. I'm like, okay. Yeah, bro. Man City won. So you got Gundogan and Rodri and Bernardo and Foden and De Bruyne. Holy hell. Number 2, Arsenal. Declan Rice. Imagine you have Mikel Merino, Martin Odegaard. Look at that. Thomas Partey's in that thing. 3. I'm trying to think. I don't mind Newcastle midfield when it's healthy. I mean, you have Bruno Guimaraes, Sandro Tonali. That's good. He plays in the 10 for Newcastle. Joelinton? No. Trying to remember. No, but they're not fit like that. Villa's got like Onana and Tielemans. That's basically the midfield for Belgium. By the way, people forget Emily Buendia is coming back for Villa. Guys made top 4 without Emily Buendia. Man, that Man United, if Ugarte signs, Man United's 3. Ugarte, Manu, and Bruno, man. Liverpool's got to be up there, but they're really missing a good 6. At the moment, it's like McAllister, Gravenberch, and Szoboszlai. Yeah, those other midfields are better than that. So Chelsea's Enzo Caicedo, Nkunku, Paul. This is why they get interesting. You got Lavia, you got Drewsbury Hall. It's a lot of options. But that doesn't mean there's too many options. Callum Gallagher, was in there all last year. And they just throw Callum Gallagher away like he's some sort of trash. Like he was their best midfielder last season. I wouldn't take him at Arsenal though. Would not take him at Arsenal. Anyway, guys, should we talk about Liverpool just for a bit, and then we'll wrap up this week's show because I feel like I've gone a bit over. Maybe I'm boring you guys. I don't know. Just trying something different. Just trying to see a bit more chilled out. Maybe you guys vibe with that. Let me know. Literally, honestly, let me know. Because I'm just trying to I'm very new to this YouTube game, so I'm just trying to do different things. Like I'm trying to do different types of shows, different types of reels. I'm just trying to change things. I want to see kind of what sticks, My boy Philly 500, shout out to him. He kind of gave me the inspiration for this because he does after the Eagles win, he does cigar victory video. And he sits there in his garage, smokes a cigar, talks a bunch of just random stuff. Man, I love that guy. He's so fun. And I can sit there on my couch, eat my dinner, listen to this guy talk. I'm pretty entertained. I laugh at half the stuff he says. But man, my boss, by the way, is a massive Liverpool fan. Both of my bosses are Liverpool fans. There's a chance, by the way, that they might be on. I might take them. They might be my first awesome guests. I'm going to do the Premier League preview, as in the predictions show, after the window, because I think, man, it's a mad window. Like, I'm literally refreshing Twitter like every 5 seconds. Dude, I gotta tell you, I took a break from this channel for a bit to go overseas. Everton have agreed to sign Asmir Begovic as their new goalkeeper. By the way, that's breaking news. Bashir Humphrey's going on loan from Chelsea. Okay. Yeah, but we're gonna do a prediction show after the window is over. So we have like a 2-week international break, 3-game Premier League games, then you get an international break after the window is closed, and then hoping to do my first podcast like with guests, and those guests are probably going to be co-workers of mine, all of which are Liverpool fans. So we'll get triple team, and we'll hear about how good Liverpool are, and how all the performance against Ipswich was the best thing I've seen, since prime Barcelona. He clearly was joking. That was my boss, John. Shout out to you, John. If you're watching this, honestly, you probably will. I know people who know you are watching this. All my co-workers watch my show. True fact. But yeah, Liverpool. Oh wait, yeah, Man United. I think they're just recap quickly because I know I'm losing my train of thought. I'm still so tired. Yeah, Man United are better than people think. They actually are better than people think. Look, I think there are questions on Marcus Rashford. I don't think he particularly had a good game. He doesn't look the same player. There's a reason Southgate didn't bring him. Everybody's like, oh, we're missing Rashford. I think Matt Rashford has fallen out of love with football. Conspiracy theory. Alejandro Garnacho is an absolute bomb, but he really looked silly on some of those chances at the end of the game. But you know what? It's better take the chances, humiliate yourself on TV, than not do it at all and be safe. That's my opinion on it. But I like the way the Ten Hag ball is moving. It seems like there's actually a style of play going for Man United, which there was not the last year especially. Yeah, so I think it's a redemption season for him. You look, Man U might sneak up. They might sneak up. Like, picking up points is picking up points. And I think a lot of teams are vulnerable and they're just effing around. Like Spurs effed around. Bro, they effed around. Chelsea lost, right? And then we'll talk about Liverpool, who I thought honestly, I'll be honest, and I have to do a bit of a rethink because I did a whole lot about Ipswich in my review and how good they were. I'm really curious to see how Ipswich play when it's like not this brand new thing and you're excited and whatever. Because I feel like that's what carried them over Liverpool. And I think criticizing Liverpool's performance in the first half is harsh. Because I think Arsenal played that first half at Ipswich. It's also probably 0-0 then. Like Ipswich were really switched on. But the minute switched, they were Ipswiched on. The minute halftime goes and they have to recollect themselves for the second half, Liverpool were on it. And it was completely different. It was like Liverpool's like, okay, we've given these guys their fun. We've been nice. But we got 3 points we got to collect. And they just went ahead. They did it. Mo Salah, man. Dude. How old is Mo Salah now? Are a similar age to me? How old is Mo Salah? I'm 32 years old. How old is Mo Salah? Mohamed Salah. 32. Me and Mo. I'm actually older than Mo Salah by, not gonna tell you almost, but I'm older than Mo Salah. Both born in the same year. Yeah, man. I feel Liverpool are what I think they are, which is comfortably the third best team in England. Trent Alexander-Arnold, by the way, that ball to find Salah. Great ball, man. And can you imagine why if England could have just played Trent at right back? Like I still don't get. I have some regrets from that tournament, and it's nothing to do with me. But if only Southgate just played like Trent at right back or something. Like there's so many talented players in that team. We should have won the Euros. Anyway, that has been my wrap up of the week. Um, on a very different Premier League show to what you're used to, huh? Well, are you guys gonna get bored halfway through this video? We'll see. Actually, you're now getting an opening into my mind here. Like sometimes I feel like the viewers at this moment in time are low, so I can do whatever I want. I really can do whatever I want right now, can't I? I haven't been monetized yet, so they can't really punish me. But I also want to earn myself anyway. All right, guys. All right. We will see you guys. We're going to recollect ourselves. By the way, Chelsea have a game against Serviette on on Friday morning in the Conference League playoff. Man, I'm going to love it. And one thing I was going to love about covering Hotsport, Premier League, and NFL when it comes up is I get to really watch every single game because I need to watch every single game. That's why my brain is so fried right now. Mix that, and then you have to get up and do work on a Monday and a Tuesday. But yeah, it's just fun watching every single game. Like when I started doing it at the back half of the season, when I started this channel, about 10 games to go in the league, and before that, man, I was able to sleep. I basically just watched Arsenal's games. I watched some of the other ones, but mostly Arsenal. Look, I follow a lot of sports, man. Like I have a few teams, as you'll see. Eagles, Bucks. Their seasons are gonna kick off and tip off soon. Soon enough, we'll be juggling all three sports. And you guys get to watch all of that. I can't wait for this community, honestly. For the 122 of you guys who are out there at this moment in time, who are subscribed to Hotsport, honestly, God bless you guys. And I appreciate your support. You've done the right thing. You've hit the like button. Right? You're part of the movement. Like my community is going to keep growing and growing and growing and growing. Right now it's a community of 123 people, including myself. I'm not one of the subscribers. Actually, I am one of the subscribers. Actually, 122 people. Yeah, my personal account follows Hotspot. All right, guys. We will call it a night. This is a Premier League show. Just wanted to get out there. No graphics, nothing. It's just me and this camera, and we're talking away. Hope I didn't bore you guys to death. Anyway, guys, take care. Please like, subscribe. We'll be back at it next week with our... Are we going to do a preview? I don't know if we're going to do a preview. Maybe we should do a preview. Maybe a bit more professional like normal. We'll see. Otherwise, we're going to do our match reviews. Dude, it's fun. Dude, I love it. I've really taken Hotsport to the next level of this last week. As I promised you in my promo video, as I promised you, we can have everything for everyone. Don't you worry. We talked about everyone today. Even Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is like on the periphery of getting my week-to-week stuff. Like, obviously I didn't cover Crystal Palace against Brentford, but they're kind of on the periphery. I think last year, teams like West Ham were on the periphery as well. But I had to put the hammers in this year. That was the big commitment I've done. So at the moment we've done like the best 9 teams in England get regular. Crystal Palace are you guys are I'm watching you. I got an eye out for you guys. Barry Eze, love a Barry Eze. Would love to have him at Arsenal. Anyway, guys, take care, and we will see you guys on the next video. Peace!